75% of shopping carts are abandoned. But hey, if you're ready to take your e-commerce game to the next level, then you're exactly where you need to be. In this video, I will show you how to create a high converting abandoned cart flow on Klaviyo, step by step, as well as the main stats that we need to keep an eye on to make sure an email is a success or not. But first, if you're new here, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Chloe Sarkis. I've been doing e-commerce for about 3 years now. And let me tell you, email marketing is my secret weapon to my success. My absolutely favorite thing about email marketing is the return on investment. It is known to have the highest ROI out there for a reason. In fact, spending $1 on email marketing gets you $36 back. That's a 3,600 ROI. Abandoned cart flows is one of the most important flows to set up. The reason why is because the subscriber has shown already some kind of interest with your brand or your product. They went through the whole thing, they added to cart, they almost checked out, they put their emails in, but they didn't take that last step to actually buy your product. There can be a number of reasons why, and we're going to cover all of them, but an abandoned cart flow in emails will definitely help to get that client back to your store and actually take that last step. Now, before we dive deep into it, make sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell on so you don't miss out. And now, let's grab a cup of coffee or a tea and let's dive right in. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen right here. So first and foremost, you're gonna go ahead and download Klaviyo on your Shopify store and go through the whole process of setting your email, verifying it. It's very, very easy onboarding, so don't worry about it. It takes a few seconds. But once you're done, you're gonna arrive to a home dashboard similar to this. Before we go into it, I wanted to show you guys a bit what's possible with email marketing. As you can see that my total revenue on one of my stores was $17,742 in the past month of revenue, and $3,992 were coming strictly from email marketing, which is pretty nice. It's a 22.5% of the total. I definitely believe this can go way higher. It can go between 30 to 40. Those are the ideal metrics, but 22.5 is definitely not bad to start with. And you can see that the flows has 81% of my total revenue within the emails. So let me kind of explain to you what is the difference between a flow and a campaign. A flow is basically something you set up once and then it's automated. So it will send the emails on behalf whenever someone, based on a certain trigger. So whenever someone adds to cart, whenever someone subscribes to a newsletter and so on, it will send those emails, whether it's today, tomorrow, it will just be super automated. Whereas campaigns, it's a bit more manual, where usually we do that, for example, a few times a week, or you can do that on some holidays, some summer holidays, flash sales, whatever that is. If you have anniversaries, you would send that manually to all your email lists, but obviously segmenting the most engaged ones, which we will talk in another video. But today we will cover abandoned cart flows, which is part of that flows aspect. So let's get right into it. So over here, you can go to flows right here. I'm gonna click on flows. I'm gonna click on create flow. You're gonna get tons of templates that you can choose from. All right, so we'll go for the abandoned cart reminder right here. And as you can see, added to cart is the trigger. So I'm going to go for that. And then you can call it whatever you want. I would leave it as abandoned cart. If you want to be more specific, tags right now, I would just leave it as blank, and I'm just gonna click on create flow. As you can see, as soon as we arrive, there is the trigger. So the trigger is when someone adds to cart. We are going to wait 4 hours. That's a bit too much. We're going to edit all of this. And you can see that, Klaviyo has taken the time of putting some emails in here for us to kind of do the job for us, but we're going to go with our own strategy, the one that is proven to work. So first and foremost, 4 hours is way too long. We're gonna actually put this at 10 minutes. So as soon as they, add to cart, they leave our website in 10 minutes, we're going to tell them, hey, I think you forgot something. So I'm gonna save this. And then to basically edit your email, you can press on this. and press on these 3 dots. So if you have this yellow box, you will have to verify your domain, and you will have to send it from a business email, right? Maybe I can leave this for another video. If you guys want to know more about that, please comment below if some of you are struggling and need the step-by-step guidance. But this is a trial account. This is not my real account. That's why it's showing. So I would definitely ignore it right now. But anyways, to edit the email, we're going to press on these 3 dots right here and press on edit. So we can see over here, there's the name, number 1, abandoned cart email, number 1. I'll leave it at that. This is just for me to, you know, if I want to track things, go to the UTMs, all of that, I would be able to track where the sale is coming from. But for the moment, I would just leave it at that. Subject line, very, very important to put something that catches attention and that catches, you know, that makes the person curious, because otherwise, why would they click on your email? So I would put something similar to, forgetting something is not bad. I would just say, did you forget something? That's pretty nice, because, you know, they were about to take that last step, but they didn't. So maybe something happened. We have to think about, why are we doing this email? This email works very well. But the reason why is because most people, 80% are on their phones, right? And if they're on their phones, they're about to check out, somebody calls them, notifications, emails, you know, the phone is such a distracting place that it's so easy to, you know, get out on what you were doing. Even though they wanted to do it, they probably, you know, got like led to another, you know, another thing that was going on their phone, right? So this is basically to attack this and make sure, you know, that's not the issue. So, hey, did you forget something? Were you about to take this action and you got taken to the wrong path? So let's take them back to the path. So preview text, I would put something like, it looks like you forgot something, with some 3 dots. The preview text is important as well, but the subject line would be the most prominent. Sender name, make sure you put your domain, and sender email address, make sure you put your business email in here. So then we're going to go ahead and press on edit email, and you're gonna see that there's already some boxes put for us. Klaviyo, the way it works, it's basically a block system. So it's a drag and drop kind of system. We're gonna go ahead and start by putting our logo in it, right? Because if they're getting this email, they don't know who it is from, that's gonna be an issue. So I'm just gonna go browse. And if you don't have your logo, you would put like upload image and you would put it in here. So we put our logo in, and obviously this is way too big. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure we press unfill column. And I would put this at 150. So I like to play around with it. There we go, this is not too bad. Now over here, the text is okay, but I like to take it a bit to that extra level. So first and foremost, I have some text over here. You guys feel free to take it as well. And basically it's going to be, hey, and I want to show you how to put a personalized name, right? It's very important that we do this. So add personalization right here, and we're gonna put first name, default text. So if there's no value, you can say, hey there. Oh, I'll just this. And there we go. So for example, over here, whenever someone abandons their cart, if let's say Bob abandoned their cart, I would say, hey Bob. And whenever you're personalized like that in your emails, it's definitely way, way better because it feels way more familiar. So we're gonna say something like, we noticed you left something behind in your cart. Was there a problem completing your purchase? Don't worry, we've saved your items for you. Simply click the button below to return to your cart and pick up where you left off. So very easy, straight to the point, just nudging them back to the store. And you might ask yourself, like, what is this, Chloe? Well, this is Klaviyo doing us a favor. It's a dynamic code that basically will replace this square right here with the product that they added to cart. So let's say they added, I don't know, if you have a website and they added this green t-shirt on their cart, then that's what would show over here, this green t-shirt. So very specific to the objects that were left in cart. Now over here, make your purchase. I like that. I would just make sure to change up the colors, make sure it matches your brand. So over here we had the blue, make sure it's in blue, and you can play with the text. I don't think this black on blue is very poppy, so we always have to make sure our buttons are standing out a bit. So I like to put it at white text on blue. That looks way better. Now over here, social links, you can add in your social links. If you don't have, let's say you don't have Twitter, you can simply take it out. Easy peasy. I see it on the mobile and it looks pretty good. I'm just gonna make sure the text alignment is centered, and that is looking pretty awesome right now. You can always click on preview and test. So once you click on preview and test, you can see how your email would look like. I would obviously fix a bit the spacing, make sure it looks extra good, and then I would get it going. All right, awesome. So I'm just gonna press save. This is our first email. And let's go for that second email now. So second email, I like to wait 6 hours. We are not going to wait 20 hours. Basically, that second email, what we want to do is not necessarily nudge them back, but give them an incentive, because we're trying to attack all the reasons why a person almost didn't buy or why a person didn't buy, right? One of them is they got distracted. Another one could be, the price, right? So what are we gonna do over here? We're gonna give them that extra push. We're gonna give them maybe like a 10%, 15%, 20%, whatever your brand can afford. I would put that in here. You can start with a 15%. That's completely fine. Subject line, I like to put the percentage so they know straight off the bat what is the percentage. Limited 15% off your cart. I would say in the preview text something similar to 15% coupon code ending soon. So yeah, you're gonna go ahead and edit email. Obviously, always make sure that your logo is on top. We're gonna put that logo again. We're gonna put 150, there you go. And then over here, what we're going to do, instead of, are you sure you wanna leave this behind? We wanna say limited 15% off just for you. There you go. And then I would say hi name. So let's always add the personalization, first name, and then if the first name is left as blank, you can say hi friend, hi family. If you have like an inner joke in your brand, you can say that. But I would just put hey there. Time is running out. We want to give you an exclusive offer to help you complete your purchase. Use code SAVE15 to enjoy 15% off your entire cart. But hurry, this offer expires in 48 hours. Happy shopping, warm regards. So this is looking pretty nice. I'm going to select all of this, make sure it's centered. And then I want to make sure that the code is popping up a bit, right? So I'll make it in bold, and I will also put the color in the blue of our brand, right? So I want to make sure that is popping up. And I will say 15% off. I will also bold this, and then I will also bold this. So for the coupon code, there are two ways of doing it. The easy way is kind of what we just did right here, save 15, and then we'll do it on Shopify, and that's called a static coupon. But the problem with this approach is that it won't necessarily end in 48 hours, right? So if you want to be a bit more advanced and stay true to your word, then I would highly advise putting a dynamic coupon. And actually it's very easy to do that. So basically this is the one that Klaviyo suggests. I'll put it down in my comments below so you guys can just copy and paste it. But basically you just have to replace coupon name with save 15. So we're gonna do that. I'm just gonna copy this, and I'll show you exactly how to create this kind of coupon code on your Klaviyo like that. It's dynamic, and it will actually end in 48 hours after receiving that email, which is pretty amazing. So I'm gonna put this over here. Text color will make it blue, bold, and we can even make it a bit bigger. And now it's looking pretty nice to me. So amazing. This is looking really nice. One last thing I would highly suggest you guys to do, obviously change the colors of the button as we talked about before, but make sure you click on preview and test. And what I want you guys to see is that over here right now it says unable to find coupon code because we didn't create it yet. But if you created it, then it would say coupon code preview. I'll show you guys in a second how that looks like, but this is looking pretty awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead, press save, and let's do our third email. All right, so third email, what we're gonna do is we're gonna drag and drop a time delay, and we're gonna put it after 22 hours. So I'll put 22 and I'll put hours. There we go, so save. And then we'll drag and drop and put an email in. So let's go ahead and edit this email. So this third email, what the idea behind this third email is basically to kind of give them some sort of urgency that, you know, the coupon code is ending soon, because, you know, an email in marketing and all sorts of marketing, scarcity is golden. What I'm gonna do is make sure I save the template of the email. So I'm gonna press on edit right here, and I'm gonna say save as template, and I'll call this abandoned cart, and I'll put save as template. There we go. Perfect. And then over here, it's going to be super easy. So I'm gonna drag and drop the email, and I'm gonna press on edit. The subject line is going to be hurry, your 15% off discount ends in 2 hours. What we're trying to do in that third email is basically, you know, reminding them about the discount code and the great opportunity we're offering to them, but also, you know, putting some scarcity in it. Before we said 48 hours, now it's 2 hours. So they really have to act fast in, you know, so they don't miss out on this opportunity. So on the preview text, do not miss out on this opportunity. That sounds pretty good. And then drag and drop, I'm gonna click on this. And this time we're gonna go for our save templates. We just saved our template right here, and I'm gonna press use template. Perfect. So already everything is pretty saved. So you can even do that for the second email. You just have to change the text, right? Just a quick reminder, your 15% off discount code expires in just 2 hours. Don't miss out on this fantastic offer to save on your favorite items. Click below to shop now and apply your discount at checkout. So I'm gonna make sure we put our discount code right here, and our coupon name was save15. There we go. So I'll make sure this is bolded and it's looking pretty nice. There we go. So coupon code save15, and then I will say ending in 2 hours, and then we can make this normal. There we go. So this is looking pretty nice right here. Mobile, you can take a look at how that looks. Awesome. So there we go. I'm just gonna press save. All right, awesome. So we got our 3 emails in this abandoned cart flow that will do 80% of the results. Now I like to leave this last email just to get some honest feedback. You know, if after, you know, we nudged them back to the store, we gave them a discount code, we even gave them, you know, a limited time to take advantage of this discount code, and they didn't, we want to understand what happened. Was there a problem with, you know, checking out? Was there a problem with shipping? Well, what's the issue right there? Did they have a problem with the brand? We want to understand, want to make sure, you know, this conversation is open between us and the customer. In fact, I had this on one of my stores, and I would always get brilliant feedback. You know, sometimes it was like, hey, I'm from Iceland and I couldn't check out. And then I look at my Shopify settings and it's like, oh damn, I forgot to put Iceland in there. And then I put it and it works, right? Or some other people had this different issue. Maybe PayPal wasn't working for them. So I gave them this, you know, alternative way of paying, right? So this is very important to put in here. It's like a nice little thing. It won't hurt. It will actually benefit. So you get some great feedback from your clients. But let's make sure that we send this after 24 hours. So we give them enough time to think about all of this. I'm gonna press save. I'm gonna press the email, and then we're gonna go ahead and press edit. And basically the subject line is going to be simple, your opinion matters, preview text, to hear what you think. We want to hear what you think, and then drag and drop. And we're gonna go for save templates just because it has our colors, and use template. So we'll leave the hi first name, the personalized, that's great. And then we would say something like, we understand if now isn't the right time for your purchase, but we'd love to learn more about what went wrong. Your feedback is incredibly valuable to us and help us improve our products and services for you and future customers. If you have a moment, we'd appreciate if you could share any insights or concerns you have about your shopping experience. Thank you for considering us, and we hope to have the opportunity to serve you better in the future. Best regards. There you go. Yeah, and over here you can leave the button. You can also put a survey in there or some sort of reply button so they can directly reply to you and answer on what went wrong. So for this button, I would definitely remove this. Event URL basically takes you to your cart. Right now, we're not necessarily trying to make them take that action, but rather give us some sort of, insights on what happened. Either you can put a survey in here, but a very, very short one. Obviously, I don't think a lot of people will take their time to, go through a long one, especially if they're not interested with your brand. But the best way to go about this is to delete the button and actually just encourage them to reply back to the email. And that's pretty much it. I would just press save and there we go. I'll press done and there you go. You have it. You have 4 emails that are going to get your profit and your sales up in your e-commerce store. But now, how do we measure our success? How do we know if we're actually doing pretty well? Well, there are certain KPIs I would keep an eye on. Number 1 is going to be your open rate. We want that between 30 to 60%. Now, keep in mind, I'm being very specific towards the abandoned cart flow, and it really does change from industry or based on the kind of brand you have, right? So open rate, 30 to 60%. Make sure you have an optimized subject line. If you don't, then that's probably where the problem is. If you have anything lower than that, you need to work on your subject line. Now, the second one would be your click rate. Your click rate, we want it between 3 to 7%, especially in the abandoned cart flow. We want it to be that high because obviously people are interested in your product. So we just want them to take that extra last step. So make sure, for that click rate to meet those requirements, make sure your offer, your email is looking pretty designed. We covered very basic design elements. Maybe in another video, I'll cover more in-depth design emails. But obviously you can add in your reviews, you can add in testimonials, you can add in your shipping times, a bit more about your brand, right? Make it convincing. And the more convincing that is, the more, the offer is appealing, the more likely they are to click to actually go back to your website, right? So that's the click rate. And the third one, very important, is your conversion rate, right? This is the make it or break it. Conversion rate, we want it between 2% and higher as normal conversion rate, like the typical conversion rate in e-commerce websites. So obviously this goes back to your landing page. If your landing page is bad, no matter how good your email is, it's not going to convince them to actually buy the product. So make sure your landing page is optimized, and that will make sure, that will secure you a 2% at least conversion rate. All right, guys, I hope you guys like this video. These are 4 strategic emails that you have to implement in your business. Please leave me down your results after doing all of this and your biggest takeaway of this video. I'll leave you guys with one of my videos that I've done earlier, which is about email marketing and how to set up Klaviyo step-by-step for your newsletter flow so you can keep the customers engaged with your brand. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all next time. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell on so you don't miss out. I'll see you all next time.